Good afternoon, sir. So this is my second practical work for this semester. I chose the first example of managing a library. We can manage books, authors, members, and loans. Let's start by adding a new book. First we have to enter a book ID, and then let's call it Harry Potter. The genre is fantasy. We need to enter the date of publication, number of pages, and the author's ID. Let's pick 211 and add book. Here we have it in the book list with all the informations. Now let's add a new author, and we will choose the ID of the author of this book. So we have to pick 211 and then name, the nationality, British, and the date of birth. And we add the author. There it is. We can manage a member, and we enter a phone number. Finally, we add the member. Now we have a new member with the ID 345. Let's add a new loan. The date of loan is, let's say, and the date of return is we enter the member ID of Lily Bloom, so it's gonna be 345, and then the book's ID. The ID of this book here is 211, no, it's 234, so we're gonna add that here. So she's basically, this person is loaning Harry Potter's book. We add the loan, and there we go, we have it. And now we're gonna take a look at the code that I used for this. So first of all, we have the home page, we have the usual CSS styles, and we included these PHP codes, of course, because we need them. So first of all, we have book PHP. This one is for the oriented object book. We created a class here with an ID, title, genre, date of publication, number of pages, and list of authors. That's all that we need. And we added this because we can have as many authors as we want to write a book. So this is a one-to-many association, kind of association. Of course, I used the function to create a form for when we want to add a book to the site. It's a normal form. We have to enter the ID and the title, name, genre, everything that we need for it. And then we have to save it, of course. I used the method of post because it was the most used for this kind of forms. and we send everything to a book's text right here. This is a file that I already have in here, and it was already created here when we added the book. There it is, Harry Potter Fantasy. This is literally the same book that we just entered. So here, this is how we saved it to the file, book's text. And I added this for when we add a new book, it says book added successfully. And the public function for displaying books, since here we have to display them in the list. I used a normal function just like we used to do in JavaScript. And this is the HTML file with the styles, CSS styles, and the create form. We just use the functions here. Let's go see the second oriented object, author. I used literally the same methods. Here we have the ID of author, last name, first name, nationality, and a list of books, because one author can write as many books as he wants. Here we create the form, and we have the function to save the author in the author's text. We can also check if we have the author that we added lately. It was called J.K. Rowling. Let's see, yeah, there she is, the one we added on the website. We display the author, and we have the HTML. We call the functions here to create the form firstly, and then the user just enters the data that he wants, and then we display it in the list using the function that was in the PHP code. I did the same thing for member, and for the member can get any loans that he wants, like he can borrow as many books as he wants at any day. So we create the form, and he can add as many as he wants. Where is it? The ID of member, we can add as many as we want here. There is no limit. We save the member, display it in the list, and that's pretty much it. The same thing here, except for the loan, it's also one-to-many association method, so one loan can happen to a lot of books, and that was the same method as the others. This is file PHP, where I used two functions only, one to write the file just like we did in JavaScript last year, and one to read from file. And that's all for this practical work. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you, sir.